Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Starfield, where we will hopefully be having a far more stable experience today. At least I've got my fingers crossed for it. Hey Zatanno, welcome. Yes, so, Starfield, we are back into it, finally, and as you will notice just by me moving and walking around, it's a much more stable experience because my SSD showed up on Tuesday, and I was messing around with it yesterday. Which I'll go into a bit of detail because I actually replayed the opening of the game just for myself, just to see how it was supposed to be like without an endless amount of frame rate stutters and this, that, the other. So yeah, short version short, the game should run pretty much okay now. I have noticed the occasional stutter thing here and there. It mostly seems to revolve around conversations. When I get into a conversation with people, sometimes the lip syncing doesn't immediately kick in until after their first line. But then after that, it's perfectly fine for every line beyond that. So I don't know. It's entirely possible that that's simply because I have a very old computer, which is just slow. Compared to the standards that you would want for this. Oh, hello. Someone's off. Later. But yes, so we did complete our intro. For the record, this is the same file. This is the same file I was playing last time. I know I said I replayed the opening, but that's a separate file. Don't worry about that. That was just me replaying the opening section just to have a proper look at it, and also get the little bit more get to grips with the controls, because I did learn a couple of things whilst doing that, which will help. But we'll get into that when we get into that. So yes, this is New Atlantis, as the sign says. So we are in. Someone landing? Ooh, someone's landing. Cool, good for them. Hello, peeps.
This unprovoked attack on the United Colonies Research Facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr. Bosch, let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New Atlantis. So cool! Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts? Or that the whole city celebrates when it's your birthday? Mine's June 11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City. Kinda smell, but I don't smell anything.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
I was wondering if this goes anywhere.
Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those simpletons.
A little unfair, don't you think?
Long conversations, apparently. I was just wondering if maybe there's a quest in this. That's why I was sort of listening in. Sounds like their research facility got taken over, and like, oh, maybe I can go liberate it.
Help with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump.
Hello?
Good people.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
What? No, just, go away. She can't do it. Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Oh, hello. I talked to you.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet. Everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Interesting. Some of us are still dreaming. That's humans for you. We can ruin a glass of water. House Faroon, what's that? So you've run into the Crimson Fleet too, huh?
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days.
I hope so.
Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier.
I've noticed. House Faroon, what's that?
Not what, who. How to describe House Faroon? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of. Then they just disappeared. They're out there somewhere, or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me?
Yes. So we've got space pirates, we've got the religious zealots, and spacers are just... I assume that's just anybody.
Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
So spacers are going to be this game's equivalent of like raiders. They're your basic sort of cannon fodder enemy types. So, sounds interesting. Yeah, some of us are still dreaming.
Well now, you don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty? So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events.
Interesting. Yeah, so who are you exactly?
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Faroon crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman?
Interesting. Okay, well, no quest there, I guess.
Not now.
Kid? Oh, hello.
I've
Yeah.
never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Yeah, you see what I mean about the lip syncing being out just for the first line? It's about the only real issue I've noticed since switching to the SSD. I'm not sure if that's something I can, like, fix, or if that's something I'm just going to have to live with. Because, I mean, I figured on an SSD that wouldn't be a problem, but it does seem to be that's the main point of, like, the issues of loading still being a problem. It's the only one I've really noticed. The only other time I've noticed it is when very first loading into a brand new area. It sometimes has a bit of lag there, but not that bad. So, honestly, if just the first line of a character's dialogue is a little out of sync, I can live with that. Galaxy's a tough place, kid. What do the little boy know about serpents?
Yeah, it was like snakes and serpents will eat you all. Rah, the stars will squeeze you. Rah, or something like that. I think they need psychiatric help.
Probably. What do you know about mercenaries?
When it comes to Ecliptic, I know everything. It's not like it's a secret. They're mercenaries, so they work for money. And it's like, for enough money, they'll do anything. I've heard a couple of SSNN stories about them. My dad says they're horrible. Like they can pretend they're working for someone and it's official, so they do anything they want.
SSNN. Okay. Not sure what that is, but can imagine using my parents. Hang in there, pal.
It's fine. My dad just has terrible navigation skills. My mom says it all the time. I just hope they don't take too long. I'm sure that foster family is nice, but anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Doesn't need to be any quest involved.
Sergeant Hume is looking for reliable people to help the guard.
Interesting.
Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, hello. Hey, little pop-up quest popping up. Hello, what are you? Sanitation minibot. Electronic groaning.
I'm busy at the moment.
Yes, you look it. Okay, what do we got? Alright, hotels and shopping, New Atlantis Transit, United Colonies, security and safety. Well, I definitely want to go to shopping. I got a lot of stuff in my inventory I want to sell. What do we got? Self-service bounty clearance. Ooh, mission board. Is that what I think it is? Destroy the Crimson Fleet Ghost. Wait, Ghost? Oh, it's a pirate ship. Kill the Ecliptic, deliver choice meat cuts. So these are just tiny little missions that you can do. That's weird. I mean, I suppose it makes sense. You know, if you want to play mercenary, you're going to need jobs like this to exist. So that's fun. Yeah, you get little mission boards. Cool.
Sometimes intuition and gut matters more. No way. You should always
New
go.
Atlantis information. Ooh. Welcome to New Atlantis. Capital United Colony, settled systems as a whole. New Atlantis was founded in 2156. Same year we first arrived in the Alpha Centauri star system. Okay. Courteous and professional security professionals can be found all over the city. Neat. United Colonies as an entity was first established in 2159 on the planet of Earth, of course, as a means of unifying the human races to be spread out amongst the stars. Our goal was peaceful exploration and colonization of space. In 2161 we issued the Centaurus Proclamation, which formalized the colonization of distant worlds for anybody who wished to do so. Unfortunately, not everyone shared that dream. When wars erupted across the settled systems, United Colonies stood fast protecting humans and their rights to fairly colonize. When our beloved home world was rendered uninhabitable in 2203, United Colonies knew it had a sacred responsibility. We were the keepers of Earth, its artifacts, its ideals, its cultures, its very people. So while you now stand on the planet Jemison in the city of New Atlantis, in the Alpha Centauri star system, know that for all intents and purposes you are still very much on Earth, and Earth takes care of its own. Right, so Earth got bulldozed or something in 2203. That's an interesting bit of world building. I was wondering that, because in all the lead up to this, they mentioned Mars, but at no point mentioned Earth. And so I was very curious, like, what happened to Earth? I'm sure we'll find out more information at some point. Okay. Corporations and businesses, other businesses and service. I just need a shop. I need a shop so I can sell my weapons. Because I picked up a whole bunch of junk and loot and all sorts. The viewport. What is you? This is a bar. I don't think they're going to take weapons, you know. Call it a hunch. Oh, that reminds me. I keep forgetting about this. Where is it? I leveled up. I leveled up like halfway through the last session, and I completely forgot. Okay, so we have all our stuff. We should have some pre-unlocked. Yeah, we got lasers. Laser weapons do 10% more damage. Kill 20 enemies with a laser weapon. I haven't even found a laser weapon yet, so that's not going to do me any good. We got aerodynamics. What was this? Increase grab jump range by 15%. Make 5. Well, that'll happen naturally over time. Okay. And you are... Use the hand scanner to scan 10 unique resources, flora and fauna. Alright, interesting. Okay, so those are the 3 we got naturally, because I picked Explorer as my starting thing. So it looks like you have to spend skill points to unlock later levels. That's interesting. Okay, so what can I actually unlock at the moment? I got boxing. I'm not really in the mood for an arm, so I probably won't go for that. Fitness is more oxygen. That's like a useful, that's a nice to have. I wouldn't consider that essential. Stealth is tempting, although I think at this early stage that might be a bit early to be going with. Oh, adds a stealth meter. Oh, I did wonder about that, because I tried sneaking a couple of times during the first set, and there was no stealth meter, I know, so you've got to unlock that. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Okay, you've got to unlock a stealth meter. That's neat. Okay, more carry capacity. That one is definitely tempting, I will say. And that is, yeah, that's just more health points. Okay, so we got that. Buy 5% less, sell for 10% more. Again, that's a nice to have. Craft, specialty foods. Persuasion. Again, I want to lean into that, because speech is always usually pretty fun in games like this. It's a nice to have. Chance to find extra credits. Oh, so that's like... Yeah, that's loot and stuff. And then there's pickpocketing. Yeah, again, you cannot actually pickpocket until you pick the first rank of that. So it's like, you can't even do things until you unlock their base stat. Which, I kind of like that. You know, the fact that you could do pretty much anything. Okay, yeah, you might suck at it. But, you can still, like, pickpocket, like in Fallout. You know, in Fallout 3, you can pickpocket, even if you've got literally no points in pickpocketing, you can still do it. Odds are you'll fail, but you can still try. But this one, you can't even try. Okay, so ballistic weapons, melee weapons, pistols, and shotguns. Again, I don't even have a shotgun. I'd like a shotgun, but I don't have one. Get more common and uncommon inorganic resources. Packs. Again, I think that one might be useful to get. Research methods. My tech. Ballistic ship weapons. Interesting. So more damage for your guns. Can now utilize boost packs. That is one I really want to get. Oh god, okay. I mean, we're going to be going through the early levels pretty fast, so... Unlock ship targeting functionality. Hack advanced locks. Again, that's excuse me, that's something I'm gonna need sooner rather than later. Okay, so we want to get that one, we want to get that one. That one would be a nice to have. What do I want to get first? I'm tempted towards, where was it, carry capacity? Because I don't have a lot of that at the moment. But then I'm also tempted towards speech, because I've already had a few speech checks. Well, I've had one speech check come up. I will say, actually, speaking of things that I noticed on my second run through the start... Something that I missed that I think it's actually kind of important to mention. Like, I wouldn't mention it if it wasn't for the fact that I happened to just replay the opening just to test out the SSD. The planet where we start on, where we're doing the mining operation, that wasn't an official mining operation. We were there, technically speaking, on behalf of, what was it, our Object Systems or something like that, whatever it was called. But that was a cover. It was a front. We were there unofficially at their behest because we'd actually been sent there by Barrett, who suspected there was an artifact there. In other words, the reason this is happening, we got fucking set up. The whole thing was a setup. They knew there was an artifact there, or at least they highly suspected it, and it was bound to be that someone was going to find it. Of course, it happens to be me because, you know, main character syndrome. But that completely recontextualized that opening section for me, and I was like, holy shit. The other thing I realized when I was playing in that version, rather than this one, is I forgot that your robot can carry shit. So I ended up with a lot more loot in that version, but it is what it is. Okay, what do I actually want? That's a great fucking question. I always have these problems. Because until I play through the game once, I'm like, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? Because I don't know what I'm going to need. Okay, let's get the carry capacity. And can you... I do wonder, like, what is going to be the quest I need to do for that? I don't know. But yeah, it looks like you can increase it by... Oh, and 50% resistance to stagger. I didn't even know you could be staggered. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, well, yeah, we'll take the first rank of that. Why not? Sprint for 1,000 meters while at 75% or more of your maximum load capacity. Well, I'm definitely at that right now. So you're saying we just got to sprint around for... Okay, I can do that. Sprinting!
Barrett enjoys this establishment. He frequently buys chocolate here, though I have informed him repeatedly it is likely a significant contributing factor to his being overweight.
Is it now? Is there a skill shortcut? No, that's quests. Nope, that's basic stuff. Come on, let's go. There it is, skill shortcut. See, look, we've already done that. Actually, let me just spend a few minutes running around, because I do need to find a shop to sell this shit. I'm assuming this is going to be the mercantile place. You seem like a decent place for this.
If it belongs on your ship, then I'm sure we have it for sale.
Oh, yep, here we go.
Hi there.
Don't know why it's always...
In. Feel free to look around. I can take care of transactions, and if you've got questions, just ask.
I don't know why it's always the first line. It's always just the first line. Let's see what you got for sale.
Oh, please, take a look.
Can I sell to you? I can. Excellent. See, 75%. Oh, look, you can sell from ship inventory too. Was there any? Ah, interesting. No. Oh, that. Wrong button.
Oh, please, take a look.
So I'm still getting used to the new control system. Okay. I mean, if we're gonna focus on...
Appreciate the business.
I can do that before I leave the planet. And I'll just make a point of running everywhere for the next
Although I have attempted an analysis several times, I simply cannot quantify humans' addiction to caffeine.
You and me both, pal. I don't even like coffee. Tea's fine. Ghost. No, it's a lift. Choose floor. The well, waterfall promenade. Okay, so we got that. We got a coffee shop. Got a weird statue, water fountain thing. I'm running everywhere just to unlock the next rank of the thing. That would be fun. Style among the stars. Hey look, it even pops out. Ran out of O2. Further exertion will cause CO2 buildup. What does that do? Does that like cut your maximum
This is
O2
New
down?
Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
The what district? So, New Atlantis. Oh, is this just... Yeah, that's what I've seen before. Okay, so let's have a look. See.
Something to report?
Okay, so we've got the Mass District, Residential District, and Commercial District. And we're currently at the spaceport, right? Okay, let's just follow the main line for now, see where we get to. I wouldn't mind having a look at the Residential District, because somewhere out there in this galaxy, I've got a flat, and I want to have a look at it. I'm paying a mortgage on it, I might as bloody well. I will say you will find the load times are still going to be quite long. Even though I'm using an SSD, it's a beefy game and I don't know, computer.
Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Oh good, I'm happy about that, I guess. Not as bad in terms of load times as I thought though. That station. What you got? Ooh, cabinet chambers, defense research. My god, this place is huge. I am so gonna get lost here. Because one thing I did notice, actually, is this is your map. which doesn't help, really. I mean, not as much as you might think. Of what? Tracker and mark sounds
the water
like a...
is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Also, it's gone cloudy.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Ooh, okay.
President Abeyo wants to foster relations, not fracture them. Keep up. We'll make sure she knows now.
Alright, where are we off? Where are we off? Where's the icon? Here we go. Oh, run everywhere, might as well.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity, and always has been.
Has it? Interesting. Ah, trash, recycle, and... Wait, recycle and paper are different? Random. Also looks like people don't get up here that often based on how much, like, moss and stuff there is on the floor. This area doesn't seem that well traveled. That's an interesting bit of detail, don't you think? Just the security guards. No one else is around here. So that's the Constellation building, huh? That is pretty damn small, I will say. Oh no, it's a little bigger than it looks. What are we at? Oh, 750! See, we're already 3/4 of the way there. All this running around really helps. I just gotta wait for my oxygen to recharge. I don't think my oxygen recharges any quicker if I'm standing still or if I'm moving. Hey, I've discovered the lodge. Okay.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Oh, goody. Is it? Well, okay. Time to meet Constellation. Let's actually kick this off. Why not?
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
All the doors are locked, because of course they are.
You really think what I said is so outlandish? All the phenomenon. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
What the robot didn't say? Well, yeah, pirates attacked.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. She's here, with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
How many times has this happened? Yeah, who else has had these visions?
We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
Yeah, bright lights, weird sounds, and something that looked like a map.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
Nope.
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What would be expected of me?
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
Okay, so we're more or less a group of autonomous people who can do whatever we want, but as long as we all work towards the same basic goal. I suppose that makes sense.
Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Yeah, I mean, if these things have been scattered all over the, like, or at least this chunk of the galaxy, they were scattered for a reason. There's only two reasons you break something apart and spread it to the four winds. Either A, you deliberately leave it as a puzzle that you want someone else to find, or B, you leave it in places where you don't want anyone to find. Because, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm in.
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Hey, 400 XP. Well, hey! What's the edit? 8,000 credits? Cool. Well, okay then, we're in. Alright. Immediately I start looting.
You are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
See, this is what I realized when I replayed the opening again, is that you can use your scanner to identify things that you can actually pick up, which is really bloody useful. Consolation guide. Ooh. Permanently reduces fall damage by 5%. Oh! Skill books! They brought back skill books! Yes. Oh, those are going to be a nightmare to find, aren't they? Ooh, what is this? Fancy table, but what is that? Okay, well, let's say hi to people. Hello!
Since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Nope. Why is it always just the first line?
Wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Oh, Sarah says anything about a place for me to stay?
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter is quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part. At least usually.
Right, sure.
Let's head upstairs.
You're telling me you haven't been
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten where...
Oh, that was the wrong button. Sorry. I'm trying to work out what the walk button is. We'll find out what's in there later. Let's go with the thing for now. Ah, am I going to get my own little room up here, am I? That's nice. Ooh, bar. Everything that isn't nailed down gets highlighted.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck.
Space
We were
dogs.
almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Is it? Okay, if you say so. Whoa, this place is bigger than it looks from the outside, I'll say that much. Alright, where are we going? Which one's my room? Ooh. That's the storage closet, fair enough. I suppose every place needs one. That's I guess a meeting room? Cool, cool.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Cool. So this is my place. I wonder if I can get well rested. Moby Dick. Tablet, a pen. Is there anything here I want to store? Because if this is going to be my place... Well, this is the thing. It's like... Do I want this to be my central place? Or do I go hunt for my apartment and find that? You know? I mean, this isn't too bad. Nice enough. What's this? Chronomark watch case. My watch. Yeah, that's... You could buy that as like a special pre-order thing. Ooh. Weapons case is inaccessible. That's suspicious. Okay. You get 2 doors? Some people get all the luck. Is this another storage area? Staple gun, folder, humidifier, utility knife, staple gun, pen. Ah. Wonder whose room this is. Alright, so yeah, everybody's got their own little room. That's quite nice. You can get a sort of a sense of who's who based on their rooms. That's fun. This looks to be toilet. I guess sometimes you just gotta go. Probably shouldn't take someone else's credits. I might get in trouble. Actually, I don't really care in the long run, but I do at least want to pretend I'm making a good first impression. We'll wait for the looting until later. You know, once I've cleared my inventory. Alright, so down here... Ooh. Whoa! Tech lab and shit. Grab one of them. Grendel and some ammo. Definitely take the ammo. Oh, spacesuit workbench. Industrial workbench. A research lab. We got pharmaceutical lab, cooking station. Oh my god, something for everyone apparently. And a weapons workbench. Yep, something for everyone. So I think what that translates to is you got your weapon workbench and you got your armor workbench. I don't know if research lab is... What would research lab be the equivalent of? I'm thinking back to like Fallout 4. What's the research? We didn't really have like a research thing in any other games. Not really. Industrial workbench. Basic manufactured components. Ah, building things for your outposts. Okay, so that's like... thinking to like... I guess Skyrim? That would be the equivalent of when you had to like make nails and shit. Constellation mission board. Cooking station, that speaks for itself. The pharmaceutical lab is your chemistry workstation, so that's fine. Okay, the fact that this place has this gigantic underground section is quite a surprise. Although I will say actually not that much of a surprise. They do seem like the kind of people who would have an underground area. It does seem like the underground Whoa, I was gonna say that's a different place. Okay. We've got to level up from that as well. I'll have to spend that point. Before I do though, there's one thing I want to check, to sort of look at. What's the well? Oh, see your parents at Pioneer Tower. Well, how about that? What is this? We okay? I think we can assume that the well is literally just, well, underground. It's probably a sewer system of sorts. Okay. Oh, who's down here? Well, someone lives down here away from everyone, apparently. Muzzle and me? Okay, sure. Let's go talk to it. Hello.
Everyone here is worth learning from. Yes, even the kid. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Got to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Noted. Craft or modify an item. So I think because they're like little activities, they're kind of like the minor quests that you would get in like Skyrim or Fallout, you know, the miscellaneous stuff. They're not big proper quests. What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
I feel like I recognize this guy's voice. And I'm desperately trying to work out where the hell I know it from. I don't know, I need to keep listening.
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Sure, he likes to non-stop party in my head. I haven't hit my head recently, if that's what you're asking. You mean, have I seen something like this before?
This? Or anything else? You'll have to forgive me. I don't know you as well as the others here. If you weren't so new to the group, I might already know the answer.
Never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
So what's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Exactly where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home as much as anywhere else.
I still recognize his voice. I've got a couple of ideas in my head of who it might be. Do you know the person it reminds me of the most? He sounds like fucking Quark from DS9. It's probably just he sounds a bit like it. I doubt it's the same actor / voice actor. It could be. I mean, they got the guy who played Odo to do House in New Vegas, so it's not a stretch in that regard. It sounds like him. I don't know. It's probably not, but
Greetings, Walter Stroud.
okay. Who else? Where's the kid? Also, that's a fire. Cool. Where is the kid? Because I wanted to talk to the kid, because he's the only person I haven't spoken to yet.
All systems are functioning well within established parameters.
Right. Well then, keep up the good work.
Affirmative.
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
Be interesting to see where this goes.
I am at your service, Captain.
Where's the kid gone? Ooh. Is it upstairs? Oh, nope. Hang on. I really gotta look at where these doors go before I start pressing buttons. Now I gotta sit through loading screens. Well, I hit something go clump. Oh, hello. I'd recommend using your scanner as much as possible, because as much as anything else, you'll notice that it puts icons on your map, so you can sort of zoom in on where the hell you're going, which is quite useful. Anyway, we need to talk to the kid, because we've spoken to the woman, we've spoken to the old man, so we've got to talk to the kid. I won't remember any of these names, by the way. I never do. And then we'll speak to, I guess, the woman in charge? Was your body missing then? Don't do that, that's weird. Well, he's wandered off somewhere. Maybe he's in his room or something.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason.
Okay.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else.
Can you turn around and
matter
face me,
too.
please?
You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
Gold, can you turn and face me, please? Are all these artifacts come out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
I can imagine that. What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
If it meant something, I didn't understand it. You think it was a religious experience?
Not necessarily, no, but it does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's all right. Maybe you weren't supposed to. Maybe it'll make sense later. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
Interesting. So, you're a thief?
Take care of yourself.
No wonder you didn't want to look me in the eye. Well, okay then. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Hey. So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
So what is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Interesting. Yeah, how well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
Makes sense. So what do you know about these artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
Fair enough. Alright, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Okay. UC Vanguard.
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Interesting. So the other people might have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
You know, it is the one thing that sort of not really bugs me, but maybe go like, huh? During the run up to this, is where Constellation is supposed to be the only group of space explorers left. I'm like, there'd be more than that. Surely there'd be more than one group of about, like, what is this? It's going to be end up like a dozen people. It's got to be more than that. I mean, it's space. I mean, I understand the idea that a lot of people would focus on colonization, and there would be scientists, but they'd focus on plants or animals or minerals and stuff like that. But you'd think there'd be more than just one tiny little group of space explorers.
You okay?
Yeah. Oh, you do the idle thing, do you? Okay.
Felt the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Okay. Sarah will be locked as your follower if you continue. Actually, there's something I want to do on my own first.
Go ahead. Just don't take too long or my contact's information might go bad.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, there is a few things I want to do before we get
I know everyone's excited by the articles,
to...
but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible...
I like it when people have imagery of themselves like that. Okay, so... there's a few things I want to do before we get too involved. I did see pop up... this. Dream Home. Right, so I can't... So I need to pay off... Yeah, so you pay off the mortgage payments until you either pay off the loan or you get foreclosed on. That makes sense. We also got activities. So can we... Oh, visit your dream home. There we go. Yeah, can we do that? Let's get that. Yeah, there's also a bunch of activities. One of which was visit your parents. You can only have one active at a time. Really? Can you how do you activate more than one at a time? No, apparently you can't. Okay, so I do want to have a look at my house, and I do want to visit my parents, who are apparently in Pioneer Tower. But let me just go to the other side of the door. It is 4 o'clock, so it's time for a break. But yes, things are definitely running a lot smoother now, as you probably noticed. So that is very good. So, take a break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright. So let's go. Ooh, apparently we have 2. I don't know which one's which. But apparently we can go this way. Good enough. Woo! Coming through, guys. You're quite close, apparently. I don't know if this is the bank or... Oh, hang on, there we go. Hey, I got it. Train. Okay, so we got train. Where was the other one? It was over there somewhere, wasn't it? There it is. Also, I think I saw... What was it? Was it... Oh, was it P? It was P. There we go. Yeah, so I think... I'm assuming... See, this is what I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if ranking up uses a skill point. I don't know if skill points are just to unlock skills and then you rank them up naturally. You don't need skill points to do that. Or if skill points... I don't know. Here's what I'm going to do. Just for the purposes of experimenting. What do I want? I'm going to take Persuasion just as a starter. Succeed in speech challenges. That's going to take a while, but I'm sure that'll be good. So can I rank this up? No, I can't rank it up. Okay, so to rank something up, You need a skill point. Okay, I did wonder about that. Okay. So you have to complete a challenge and need a perk point in order to do that. Ah, my bank. Okay. Okay, apparently a UC distribution center.
Check. Rifle? Already stowed. Fuel?
We got that. Train over there. Oh, Settle System News Network. Ah, well that explains what that was. That's the thing. Weird buzzing sound. I think it's supposed to be a bug or something. Okay, yeah, there's no shops around here. That's kind of a problem. Outland Bank.
You see that scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees, sounds upset? Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, I'm going to end up with a lot of little side quests popping up because of that. Galactic Bank, huh? Wow, 2.9%. I'm working on a fucking mortgage in a game. Oh my god. Actually, how much cash do I have just like on me? I got 16,000 credits. Oh, that's right. I got like 8,000 from what's her name, didn't I? Hello.
Well, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. Who exactly are you?
New receptionist. Sidearms are now standard. Read the memo. I'm just a member of Constellation.
Constellation? As in the elusive and mysterious Constellation. Oh, wow. I used to read stories about you guys when I was a kid. Wow. Oh, this is perfect. Kismet, really. I have a business proposition for you that could help us both out. Very lucrative.
Is it legal?
You're a law and order type? Oh, this is perfect. This job is literally serving justice. Gal Bank is the aggrieved party, and if you help me, you help all of us.
You're buttering me up pretty thick.
So you see right through me. You've got a good eye. You are just the person I'm looking for. Well, confession time. I might just be a little desperate. See, the world of credit analysis, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, it's a tough field. What I need is a ringer, someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge.
So what's so difficult about it?
If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled systems is big. Like really big. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track them down. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when reporting to the higher-ups.
How many credits are we talking about?
Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up to the worst offenders.
Okay.
Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam. And Dieter Maliki jumps system. Now, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe it? The job is simple. Get Dieter to pay. And we don't want him dead. We don't want him hurt. Just close his account like an honest citizen.
Is he dangerous?
Well, I mean, yes. We're not the only ones looking for him. And you don't dome up on a dust ball unless you're serious about dodging your civic responsibilities.
Fair. What happens if he dies?
If he dies, then his assets go to probate, and we can get paid. So if he forces you into an it's you or him situation, It's A-okay for Galbank's bottom line if you choose him. But I cannot stress this enough. This is not the ideal outcome. We wanted him liquidated, we'd have put a tracker on him.
Fair. How do I get him to pay? Any ideas?
You may need to lean on him, scare him. Nothing illegal, just talk to him. And don't listen to any sob stories he tells you. Any job I give you, I guarantee there's not some poor sick aunt that needs credits for surgery. These are scofflaws, scum, flagrantly violating the terms of their Galbank agreements.
Alright, let's collect some debt.
I'll send over all the details. You find Dieter and bring his account current. I hate to end on this note, but you know, not everyone's a straight arrow. If you cut a deal with Dieter, honestly, I have no way of knowing, but don't expect any more jobs from me. Best of luck. I believe in you.
Fair enough. Well, there we go. There's a new mission for you. Let me talk to you again.
Good luck out there. I mean it.
Yeah, I want to talk about my house on Nisoi. Nisoi? Okay.
Right. Small home in the Olympus system, right?
Oh, it's not even
There's
here.
a balance on that property. Argos Extractors negotiated a very fine loan for you. There are weekly payments, but if you miss a payment, no big deal. It's a pay-as-you-go type of affair. But I think we'd all be happier if you dealt with the mortgage one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. What are my options?
Certainly. So there are two ways to take care of a loan for good. One's easy. Just pay off the balance, then the house is yours, free and clear. And you are one very happy new homeowner. The other option, less ideal, is just walk away and we foreclose on the property.
Well, obviously I don't have 125 credits on hand to pay off the loan.
That is a chunk of change to be sure. But we don't do partial payments. Sorry, it's in the contract. If you get the money, though, we're happy to settle the mortgage for good. You have a good day.
Oh, okay, so it's like I make interest payments weekly. Okay, hang on.
Together we can really make a difference.
Yeah.
Certainly. So there are two ways. One's easy. Just pay off. The other option.
Oh, okay, so I need some time to think.
Absolutely. Take all the time.
Right, so that's it. That's my option. It's pay the entire thing in full. I kind of figured I'd pay in installments. That's usually how loans work. That's interesting. So it's a case of until I get 125,000 credits, which, I mean, I'm already at 16,000. It shouldn't take that long, really. Games, if there's one thing I know about Bethesda games, it's not hard to get super rich. It's why I wasn't that worried about it. Okay, hang on. So hold up. Wow, so my house is all the way over there, is it? Okay, I kind of figured it would be here in this system, but I guess it isn't. Okay, well, that being the case, let's switch to a different mission, because there's no point in doing that. Okay, let's talk to my parents. They are apparently around here. I really like the idea of this being a thing. And then we'll see if we can find a proper shop. Although it's night, they may not be open. Oh. Actually, yeah, let's get all these markers down. Why not, real quick? Although that's the residential district. I probably shouldn't jump off of here. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the residential district, because I'm pretty sure that's where we need to go. Yeah. Hey, level 4. See, now we can rank this up if I wanted to increase it to 25 kilograms. Not quite ready to do that yet. I think we're going to want something else. Yeah, I'm thinking let's get a lockpick, because we are definitely going to be needing these at some point. So let's grab that, and then it's pick 5 locks. That's easy. Okay, good. Nice place. My parents live here, do they? Are you someone I can sell to? That would be very useful.
There is simply no peril. All of our signatures. Yes, of course.
I'm thinking about it. Oh. Only 8, huh? Well, I mean, I could get rid of a bit of stuff, I guess. I don't know which of this, if I want to keep any of this or just sell it all. See, a lot of this stuff is just like, oh, it's tiny little bits of this, tiny little bits of that. Because by and large, like in Fallout, you just want to keep the stim packs. You know? Also, it looks like he only sells food. Which I suppose makes sense. See, that one I'll keep because that's 15 health. That's not too bad, those ain't. But 3 points of health, that's barely anything at all. A little bit of cash in pocket, I guess. So what do you actually... Nah, normal stuff. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for that.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Right, looks like we might have to go back to that general store. Let's go say hi to the folks. Parents! They exist! Hello? Should I ring the doorbell? Nope. Nope.
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, daughter, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
Better than all right. I'm working for Constellation now.
Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Doesn't every parent say that about their kids? Yeah, every mom says their kid's special, but I guess you were right.
Oh, say again? I should record that and play it back. Mom, you were right. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known, I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Yeah, sounds about
Easy,
right.
honey. Let the girl catch her breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
Absolutely. Alright, what kind of loot have we got? Just immediately, like, turn on the loot camera. What have we got? What have we got? Coffee. Wow! Crafting component? It's coffee! Get a breakfast pack, lemon breakfast pack. I probably shouldn't take everything from them. That might be quite rude. I mean, they are my parents. Ooh. So wait, you don't get an actual, like, window, you just get an internal bit? That's weird.
Everyone in my poker night is going to hear about you.
I do hope so.
I'm planning a grocery run later. Might get some things you like.
So come on, talk to me. You are supposed to be my parents.
I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic, almost. How is it for real? You liking it?
So far, so good. Still wrapping my head around being invited to join, honestly.
It's funny how you can live years where the days all blend together. But then out of the blue, whammo, everything's different. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake.
Hey, congrats. University was lucky to have you. You always told me life is a classroom. Looks like you'll never retire. Always thought you should do more than teach. Think you're gonna miss it?
Teaching? I'll miss some of it. Occasionally I got a student that I could really connect with and make a difference. Those are the ones that kept me going. It didn't matter if they tested well, if it lit a passion in them. That's the stuff. But most of the time, no, I won't miss it at all. I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
That is true. You got any plans?
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You guys need anything?
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know.
So how are things going in general then?
Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the classroom. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind.
Indeed. Interesting that you can remove the kid stuff trait. I'm willing to bet that would have consequences, like maybe they get evicted or something, and I don't know. Obviously, I'm not going to do that.
They are not used to anyone saying no.
What?
Not one bit. When I go to sleep, I got a clean conscience. Working for them.
You've been loafing around the house all day.
You
should get some exercise.
All right with that?
And how has that worked out?
Was she Galactic Cat? Whoa, okay. I was trying to see what was in there. Pack of cards. I'm assuming this is my room. Football. Sure, why not? Uh-oh. Did I draw all that? High school backpack. Extra capacity? What the hell? Random. Backpack note from mom. Patriot High School backpack, good as new. So many pockets there. One and an old apple, and well, it's clean now. I know you're all grown up, but the backpack has the best storage on the market. Maybe you could use it with Argos. Oh, interesting. So, can I actually like equip it? And if so, where? Oh, it's literally a backpack. Okay. So a tunnel mining pack. Private survival pack. Basic boost pack. Extra capacity. How much? 10. Not a lot, but I mean, I guess it's better than nothing.
Where's the tissue paper?
You don't know where that is?
Apparently I really liked toys. Ooh, Hard Times. Great Expectations. Twice for some reason. Okay. Why would I have great expectations twice?
Expect me to know where anything is if you keep moving them all the time.
Uh-oh, sounds like trouble in paradise.
Feel free to grab anything you need. I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
Nothing to report yet.
Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now. I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
Why did you guys never settle down?
It's complicated. Maybe one day I'll get into it. But neither of us mind moving. I think we both have a bit of nomad in us. I think, though, New Atlantis is our forever home.
I guess that's the thing. So you're a kind of family that moved around a lot. I mean, families do that. It is rare that a family will stay in one place for very, very, very long. So, yeah, here's what it is. I really appreciate it.
No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
Any gossip?
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation.
Yeah, because they're moving someplace cheaper in New Atlantis. It's kind of pricey. Is it?
Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, we still couldn't afford it. But with what you send home, well, we get by. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis is just so full of culture and life.
Yeah, I think that confirms it. So if you do remove the kid stuff thing, then they'd probably get kicked out of the apartment at some point. And then what would happen to them after that would sort of technically be on your head. What are you doing with yourself these days?
Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though.
Well, okay.
Talking with you has made my day. I'm being serious.
Well, apparently they're both off somewhere. You should probably shut the door behind you, you know?
It is, but something beginner-friendly. Like fit for a toddler.
Regina, the president of...
Just so you know,
making me redo the
your
whole
mother's
report from
missed you.
scratch because she
Like a
gave
lot.
me the wrong information.
Boy, howdy.
I know.
My parents like to talk, don't they? Yeah, that sounds about right. Nice to have them. I wonder if there'll be any like little quests that pop up because of them. Like maybe I'll get like contacted out of the blue, and I'll be all like, "Oh, hey, can you do us a small favor with this thing?" That would be nice. I'd like that. Okay. Let's go to what else have we got? Talk to the scientist by the tree. Investigate brownouts in the well. Talk to the scientist by the tree? What? Apparently there's a scientist by a tree. Might lead to something, it might not. I also need to swing into the commercial district at some point. The Mast district. Let me swing into the commercials, because I need to sell shit. And I want to have a look around, generally speaking. There's a coffee shop. there. What I want is just a general store. Infinity Ltd. I don't even know what half of these places are supposed to be, let alone what they are. Wait, no, this isn't. That's the bank. How is this the commercial section? It's all high finance. Well, I suppose that is commercial.
Finally back with our son. That's all that matters.
Wait, is that the kid?
Hi. Hey, it's you again.
So you met your new step-parents?
You would think that. What is with adults? These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
Noted. You actually...
Bobby mentioned he met you. He's had quite the adventure.
That's really wild. That, like, you meet the kid, and he's like, oh yeah, your parents are totally alive, kid. And you're thinking to yourself, no, they're dead. No, they're alive! What the hell? Oh, well. Who knew? Okay, well, let's... Okay. So what's the mass district when it's at home? Gotta look around here somewhere, I guess. It is weird that the commercial district doesn't seem to have any actual shops. It's all high finance and stuff like that. Ooh, bit of lag.
Our whole office is getting moved to Gagarin.
Really? What's there to even do on Gagarin?
Beats me, but the financials make sense.
Well then, we're going to have to...
Oh, so this is... Yeah, this is the place where... Constellation actually is. Constellation's over there. So yeah, what's this scientist by a tree? Looks like he's standing over there. Oh, hello? Talk? Hi.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Something wrong? You seem to be staring at a tree.
I am not staring. I am analyzing. This is important xenobiological work. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it.
I wouldn't say no.
I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Sure.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Okay. Sure, I can pull that off, I think. And we've immediately got 4 quest markers. Wunderbar. Okay. I don't know if any of these are available in the immediate vicinity. That one... Yeah, that's the train. So what's this one over here, then? Residential district, huh? Ooh, Reliant Medical. Medical might be good. I do need to buy some...
I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. We're seeing the doctor. That's it.
I could do with some medical supplies, especially some stim packs or what. Ooh. Ah, look, that's the steel sign. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to know about that.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured or sick, we can almost certainly assist you.
Hope so.
Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or...
Yeah, what? Tell me about the place.
Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here.
Good. Can I get some med
Well,
supplies?
you certainly come to the right place.
Excellent. Okay, what have you got? Treats burns and frostbite. Whoa, how much? Holy shoot. Those are more expensive than I was expecting them to be. That, fucking hell. Okay, hang on, what can I sell? Let's sell some of those. I'm not selling any med packs, I'll say that much. What? Hang on. So I sell them to him for 65 credits. And then he sells them to me for 525 credits. What kind of scam is this?
Take care of yourself.
I'll have to. Why was that like 1,000% markup? What the fuck? God, investing in like the bartering stuff, you know, for better prices, that might actually be essential. I didn't think the prices were going to be that bloody bad. Crying out loud.
We almost had to have an intervention.
Oh, okay, sensor right over there. Looks nice and close, relatively so. Is it? Oh, yoink. The tower, huh? Ooh, Centurion Arsenal. Weapon shop? Weapon shop? Ooh, fancy stuff. Hello there.
You're here because you need something you can connect with. Something you could count on. Am I right?
Right enough. I'm more looking for something that can help me connect with others.
It is my absolute pleasure to assist you with any purchases or questions you may have. All sales are final, but that won't matter because you will undoubtedly be pleased with your purchase. You have my word.
Well, I hope so. What would you recommend?
Well, that's not a simple question, is it? It all depends on who's asking.
I wouldn't mind a laser pistol.
I have my own personal favorites, but I wouldn't presume to know yours.
Because I got lasers as a thing,
Tell
so...
me, were you to find yourself in the unfortunate position of needing to use a weapon, what suits you best? Something up close and personal? Rapid fire? Is precision a consideration?
Mm. It's easier if everything explodes. I like to keep my distance when I can.
Ah, yes. Well, then personally, I would point you towards Combatech.
Alright, let's see what you got for sale.
Only the finest collection of armaments in the settled systems.
Okay, first, let's sell some of the ones that I've got, because boy howdy do I have a lot of guns. Okay, so we've got 2 laser cutters for some reason. I don't know why. We got 7 Grendels. Also got a Hitman Grendel, which is anti-personnel plus 10% damage with humans. Really? Well, in that case, we'll sell all of these. And we'll keep that one. We've got a Kraken, a couple of Maelstroms, a lot of rescue axes. Okay, well that freed up a lot of weight. Didn't get me that much cash. I will say, I'm getting the distinct impression that actually investing in some of the bartering stuff might be a good idea, because you do not get a lot of cash for this stuff. Okay, so we got a Rattler and we got Eon. Which is 10, 10. They do use different ammo types. I think we can get rid of the Rattler. Got modified Maelstrom and the Grendel, huh? Epic rifle. I noticed that this uses the same ammo as the pistol. See, now that's weird, because normally it's like, oh, pistols use one kind of ammo, rifles use another kind of ammo, which is what I'm currently trying to work out. Get rid of you. Cutter we'll keep, because that's useful for breaking apart rocks, even if it does have a mass of 4. Rescue axe is the only melee we've got at the moment. We've got the Maelstrom and the modified Maelstrom, so I think I'll keep the modified one. So yeah, we got ourselves. Alright, those ones are worth keeping, and that saved me a lot of weight, that has, actually. Okay, so what have you actually got to, like, buy? And how much am I going to be... Holy carp. Okay. Okay. Yeah, some of this stuff is so expensive. The laser rifle. I am looking for something that's laser based. The Solstice, huh? It's not that expensive. Although I apparently have literally no laser rounds for it. The reason why I'm leaning towards let's do something with lasers is because I have that perk. So I may as well, like, you know, get it. I don't think I want a laser rifle. 3 kV lasers. 1.5 kV laser. Okay. Let's buy one. Because, as I said, I kind of need one. And Ambro. Yeah, this shit's expensive. Holy carp. Just buy a bit of that. Oh, that was alright for you. Alright, let me have a quick look-see at... Because I've got to work out what weapon is going to go on which quick slot. Oop, I was going to say, you going to load or what? I don't have any throwables. Okay, equip that. Why not? Need to find... Ooh. Synth leatherwear. Interesting. And I can just wear a hat. That's cool. I mean, it doesn't have any damage reduction, but that's cool. Interesting. Uh-huh. Alright, let's look at the... Actually, you can go there. That wasn't on my list to sell. You can go there. You can go there. That ought to do it. I hope. Yeah, so we need to find a place to sell other stuff too. It is that thing of there's probably a perk somewhere down the line where, oh, you can sell anything to anything, because that was the thing in Skyrim, if I remember rightly. It was Fallout, but generally where people would more or less take everything. Although, again, even in Fallout, there were people who would only take food and stuff, so... Yeah, I think that's been a thing since Skyrim more than anything else. What does that say? Oh, Mercury.
Definitely better than the last interceptor.
Chunks! Right. Chunks. It's a food shop. Oh, hello. That one's quite close. That's good. Oh, we're back at Pioneer Towers again. Let me head to the spaceport a sec. Because there was that shop that I'm pretty sure took everything right near the spaceport. Okay. I think it was over here somewhere. Also, did I, hang on a sec. Don't know why this is taking so long to load all of a sudden. Come on, guys. No, I used that. I did use that perk point, didn't I? I couldn't remember if I had or not. Emerson Mercantile. Now, you were the... No, wait. No, it was you, wasn't it?
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Oh, there we go, another one. Yeah, people just like to just yell about problems and you overhear it. It's very much a Mass Effect 3 system.
Oh, please, take a look.
Yeah, so you'll take anything. At least more or less. Okay, do I want to keep any of these? I don't actually know if I... Well, see, if I do, I'd end up dropping them off at... Yeah, we can definitely get rid of this one. Don't need that. A bit more cash in pocket. I think one of the things that's taking up a lot of my stuff... Oh, that's a misc. Yeah, we can get rid of that. I do need some digipicks, actually. Resources are taking up a lot of weight. A lot of this is very heavy, as you can see there on the side. So that's a thing. Buy some digipicks. Very good. Thank you. I guess that's most of my... Hello, loud. Okay. People really like talking. I don't know why it's the audio that's really struggling to keep up with it. Like, everything else is fine. It is just the audio that's playing up now on the loading. It's really weird. I may look into it. That might actually be more than just, like, me as a problem. I don't know. I'll have a look. But I will say it's running like so much better than it was last time. So the occasional stutter here or there I can look past because I know I'm going to have to get myself a new computer. I'm thinking probably once the new year rolls around, might be a good time to get one. Oh, blimey heck. It is so fucking hot today. I'm just melting right now. It's so hot. I got a fan blowing on my feet and it's not helping at all. Okay. It's 5 o'clock. I'm going to take a quick break and see if I can go sit in front of an ice box or something. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay. So, we got some things to collect. Some data point things. Scattered around the environment. Don't know specifically where the hell we're going, but we're going there, so... Got that one, and we got one more to get. Oh, hey, Tom. Seems to be stuttering a bit. Is it? Looks okay on my end. Oh, that might be... Oh, that might actually be OBS stuttering. Seems okay. I don't know. Actually, is that OBS stuttering? Oh dear, that might be OBS stuttering. Well, great. I didn't even notice that. I've been streaming for 2 hours. No one ever tells me these things. Right. Yeah, I think that's OBS stuttering. I don't know why. Something I'll have to look into. OBS can be annoying like that sometimes. Yeah, it's perfectly smooth on my side of things. Or, well, relatively smooth at least. Still have the occasional hitch here or there. Weird things with audio, I find. Where are we going? Apparently we're going that way. So no, this thing keeps changing its mind on where the hell it wants to go. What? Make up your mind. Where are we going? Okay, screw it. I'm just going to go in here and we're going to go to where the place where I think it is. I think.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you agree?
No, it's too hot. Hang on, which one was it? Was it the commercial district we gotta go to? I can't remember. We'll get there. We just gotta track this bloody thing down. It's out there somewhere. Wrong button.
I think I got them.
Oh, who are you? And why are you...
Hey, are you looking for eggs too?
Oh, someone's nicked one of my biosensors. Of course they have.
I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
I'm looking for biosensors now. The egg you found was beeping, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right?
Uh-huh.
Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Really? Oh, for crying out loud. It's never simple, is it? People are always stealing shit. Oh dear, what did I do? Hang on. Status. Skills. Tab, status menu. Ship. Where's status? Oh, status. What did I do? Did I break my leg? Prognosis poor. Okay, can I cure it? Ooh, hey. Stats. Everybody likes stats. It just says soreness. Melee attacks use 02. Do they? Okay, can I cure it? That's the question. Wait, match the icon. Right, so it's a little bandage thing. They all have the same icon. Oh no, hang on, there at the top. So is that what I'm looking for? A bandage? Oh, I see. So yeah, the one at the bottom next to my health bar is the one I'm actually afflicted with, and that's the one I'm looking for. So pop that on, and we're good. My condition is cured. Am I lucky? Question mark. Okay. Someone's nicked my beeping egg.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up...
That's fine. Hurry the hell up, please. I want my egg.
Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
You bought an egg from a kid recently. I kinda need it.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
Sensitive scientific equipment, very important.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
This was not convenient. I had to go running from one arse end to oh, whatever. Can't you just give it to me?
I could, but I did pay for it. I'd like to recover my losses, and it's all the way in the back room. I'd have to walk back there, then back out here. You did say this was important after all. Honestly, it's probably worth way more than what we're talking about.
Should have kept my mouth shut. Okay, so I could steal it. Fine, I'll pay his 100 bloody
Pleasure
credits.
doing business with you.
Honestly, everyone's a grifter.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
Is there a type of weapon Combatech won't make?
Alright, let's see if that dude's still hanging around. Turn in the quest. Maybe even get a level up out of it. Who knows? Got your eggs.
Appreciate any luck tracking down those sensors.
So what exactly are you worried about here? Because honestly, you didn't tell me before.
You have suggested that a significant portion of the interior is liquefied. Obviously, some small percentage of its internal workings is always liquid to allow for the transfer of nutrients and so forth, but this, well, I've never seen anything like it. If it continues to increase, I'm concerned the entire tree may collapse. And I'm also worried about other secondary effects.
Mm-hmm. Should this area be blocked off, just to be safe?
If the time comes, I will certainly attempt to alert the appropriate people in Mast. If I have more data, though, my concerns might carry some more weight.
Makes sense. What do you mean secondary effects?
It's too soon to speculate. I'd very much like to see the additional data before I say more.
Okay. You'll get to the bottom of this.
I appreciate your confidence. The sooner I have all the available data, the sooner I can make an assessment.
Alright, speaking of which...
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And just another moment.
How many moments are we going to have to give it?
It is working, isn't it?
I don't know, sure stuff.
Relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my.
Yes?
This data... Well, it's alarming to say the least.
Gonna fill me in?
Well, there's good news and bad news.
Right.
The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
But... that doesn't sound like good news.
Well, from a certain point of view. In an, admittedly, somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
That... How does a tree... What? Check in on Kelton later. Well, okay, that... But how does a tree start vibrating? How? How does... How... Okay, fine, whatever. Alright, what other missions, quests, thingamajiggy bobbies have we got? You don't count later, we can do that. Talk to the bartender at Viewpoint. Research project. Investigate brownouts in the well. That'd be worth a quick look. I say quick, these things never end up being quick, but might be worth a look. Don't know, let's see what we get. Beep. So the well seems to be like the underground bit. Don't know if like the poor people live down here or something. Oh, maybe that's where like your parents end up if you can't pay their, you know, help them pay their rent. They end up in the poor part of town. The slums. Ah, looks like I wasn't wrong. Oops. Hello.
Hey! Oh, you're not Garl.
No, I'm not.
Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Garl. You're just not the Garl I was waiting for.
We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here, so I'm just trying to look inconspicuous.
Who's Carl?
Co-worker of mine on this assignment with me, clearly not taking it seriously. Not really surprising. Most folks are fine with ignoring what goes on down here.
That's a shock.
We're trying to isolate.
Oops. Hang on, set missions active. Can I not?
A power drain, which looks like it's the result of a large amount of power being rerouted through various subsystems. But it's kind of a two-person job. Someone needs to find the junction boxes associated with those subsystems and power them down. The other person needs to monitor the system remotely. It's pretty simple, really, and relatively safe. Only a small chance of electrocution.
Great. Well, fine, I'll help.
Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
No, I don't know. I've literally never been in this part of town before. I can't say I'm surprised. Every glowing city has its underbelly, doesn't it? Need a medical facility?
I've got limited resources, but I try not to turn anyone away just because they're light on credits. We're doing the best we can here.
Med
We're
supplies?
no Reliant Medical down here.
Nope, still 525. What is with the price of these medical things? What the hell? They are so expensive. May have to steal some from you at some point. Sorry about that, but needs must. Kay's house, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch. That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
I'm sure I can work it out. Anything worth swiping around here? Work out how the hell to get around there. So it's opened with a computer. Okay, well that didn't bloody work. Okay. I might need to come back to that one later.
Mess with me and I'll serve you my famous knuckle sandwich.
No, I just ate. I think it's this way.
Alright, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
apartment, huh? Well, I don't want to go breaking into anywhere I shouldn't be yet. We'll get to that point, I'm sure. But I want to keep these guys at least on the good side for now. Okay.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Can we go in here?
Another shift.
Maybe, but that looks like it might be a transition. Maybe up here.
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of filling them's to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Right. Oh.
Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
How was that a week's worth of work? I was literally just running around. Oh well. Up here, presumably. No, I think we're going too far that way. Where is this place? It's around here somewhere. Okay, so it's up there, but... Ah. Aha.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself.
What if we made things worse? Happy to help.
Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways.
Huh. I can tag along. Want a hand?
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
What are you worried about exactly?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the one who's going to wind up in trouble. Zoe's got a way of twisting things.
I got your back.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
I was born ready. I don't know if I'm ready now, but I was definitely born ready.
They're willing to change if it affects their own life or not others. I think it's definitely I'd stay away from.
Alright, we'll follow her, I guess. It's gonna be a while if she's moving at this speed. haven't worked out what the walk button is yet. I mean, I can crouch and move, but... Into the Trade Authority. Presumably we'll be going off down here. Electronics. Laser weapons do 5% more crit damage. I will not say no to that. Yeah, apparently there are just skill books lying around. That's nice. I do like that. That gives you a good reason to explore.
Hey there.
No, apparently we just go in.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all the little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
I don't like this.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what. I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
Noted. I won't fire the first shot, but I will fire the last one. Just relax. Everything's gonna be fine.
You're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time?
I see.
I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why.
So there might be a third level
one
to
who's
it.
been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the
Interesting.
moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box?
Okay. So this is either A setup to rough me up a bit, or B, there is actually a third level to all of this. I don't know which. But let's say we find out. Assuming I can find a way up there, of course. All the way up. So it looks like... I'm really not sure. Can we hack into this, maybe? Security level novice. Well, neither of those is going to work. That one's there. Nah, so that's going to be... Yeah, so that one and those two go together here. So what is... Aha. Beep beep. Oh. Well, that's not good. What happened? That's the thing. Why is there a robot coming after me? Where's security? Security, help please. Alright, fine. We'll do this the hard way then, shall we? That's not doing as much as I'd like. Ow. I probably shouldn't have opened this door. Ah. Ow. Woo! Good job I bought a laser pistol. What on earth happened here? Did he just like have a robot and it went nuts? Apparently he did. Got a lot of beers. A lot of beers. I was not planning on getting involved in a haywire robot. Nico, a friend of mine said you were looking to purchase Model S. Oh, I got to have one guarding my mansion, you know. How much are they selling for? I have one to decommission till that... and it's the decommissioned unit that the Ecliptic were looking to get rid of. Okay, that was cute. You really didn't need to come back immediately and give me my money. Lucky I'm willing to let you live after that. If you don't pay me or return the robot, I'll kill you. Ooh, he's got money right next to his bed. Right, so he was buying an illegal robot, stiffed over the guy. What's really that stupid? You know who I bought that robot from? Right to the words remote activation mean anything, you pay my money immediately or you'll be dead. Right, so that's what happened. I had a feeling that was the case. He bought a robot, stiffed over the guy who then just remote activated it. Yeah, sorry, this guy had it coming. Idiot. Ooh, could be fun. Absolute moron of the highest fucking order. But he does say he's got money next to his bed, so that's nice. Navigator pack. Those craters. Please drop his hand. No idea what that stuff is, but hey ho, got some money out of it. Killed a robot. Good for me, I suppose. Didn't get me any close to what the bloody hell I was looking for, but hey ho. We killed a giant robot. Well, I say giant. Alright, there's got to be like another way up. I think this way is the best way to go. I like that. That is actually quite useful. I don't want it on all the time because I feel like cheating too much. But I wouldn't say no to it generally being on. Considering how many breakers there are around this area, I do wonder if these are randomly picked.
Hey there. You should be getting close. Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear? And Zoe's here too, if you hadn't guessed. We've agreed to work together on this. Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box. That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay? I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order.
Oh, I had to walk past the junction box. I don't trust her. Hang on a second. Can I... Oh, I don't know which one it was. Is there a way I can get back the other one? No, apparently I can't. Apparently I've inadvertently gone and made a choice just because the route I took me near one of the other junction boxes. I don't know if there's a way I can move away from it, get the other one back. Hang on, when was the last time this thing made a save? What was a quick save? That wasn't... Wait, quick save... 8 minutes ago. That doesn't make any sense. Hang on, when did I make that quick save? Is that before or after I dealt with the robot? Probably before. Well, I don't have to deal with that again. I might just be scuppered and stuck with the whole thing. Because I didn't want to listen to her because she might be behind some kind of elaborate scam. And the game was like, oh, well, you happen to be in the same postcode as this junction box. Guess you're going for that one then. Screw it.
Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams. She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility. However, we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll plot the diagrams.
Okay. Also, I should probably heal up a bit. Whew, bloody hell. It's too hot for this.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer.
Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Interesting. Might be worth going for. I don't want to necessarily piss the Trade Authority off yet. Alright, what we got? CJ's.
You should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
I feel like I'm being taken for a ride. Whoa, 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 whoa. We okay to be doing this? Okay, well, I guess we're doing this. Right, what do we got? Oh, okay, this one's complicated, so not that. Could be that. Couldn't be that. Or it could be that. Oh yeah, the only place that one can go in is there. The only place it can go in. So that's fine on that. Nice. Ooh. Food chunks? That's interesting. Why is this all stealing? I mean, whoever lives here presumably is a criminal, right? Oliver Twist. Can I look at it without stealing? Apparently not. Oh. Is it London landmark on Earth? Wait, Earth? Ooh, neat. Hang on, I want to get rid of that. I don't actually want to take anything. I was hoping I could read it without taking it. Apparently you can't. Which, I mean, that was the thing in Skyrim. You could read a book without actually stealing it. Notes, I guess? Apparently we got a quest out of it, though. About visiting Earth, which is wild. Authorized computer. Program status passed. Current slicing target ATM trans fee. Slicing value 0.001 credits. Holy crap. My guys got creative with the wiring. Dodgson. You should have all the juice you need to run the program non-stop. Stop messaging me and get to work. I expect my cut soon. Keep the exam door locked. Last thing we need is someone poking around. Even if Galbank notices the missing funds, they won't have a way to trace it. They'll call on a malfunction and wipe the records like they always do. Money's all digital anyway. They can literally just make as much as they want. Yeah. Interesting. So this is basically a skimming operation. Okay. So now the question is, who do we turn it into? I do wonder what that thing, the whole the choices of the junction box, like what would that have led into? Because honestly, that felt like it wouldn't have been affected by much of anything. I don't know. Maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have. I genuinely have no idea. Alright, so we'll turn this in. They will probably call it a day, actually. We've been wandering around New Atlantis. I kind of figured that today's session was going to be just New Atlantis stuff. But maybe we'll think about jetting back off out there into the black in the next session. Might be fun. Whew. Oh, it is way too fucking hot. It's gone cloudy out there too. That means it's gonna be muggy. I don't like it when things get muggy. Where the hell am I going? I don't know, I'm just wandering around at the moment. Alright, who do we give to?
Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the settled systems. They like to set up shop in old facilities.
So, in terms of the mission, we basically got deliver it to one person or the other. I mean, I don't have any particular allegiance to either of these two. You seem like you're going to be worth more to me.
Do you have something for me? I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us.
2,000 credits, nice.
Oh my, someone was attempting to hack your money? And at a glance, it appears they may have had some success. This will make for some entertaining late-night reading. Well, Miss Reyes, it's been such a pleasure having you here. I'll be sure and pass along my compliments to your superiors.
I hope whatever that is, it's worthless to you. And you know, I'm still not sure you weren't behind this all along, whatever this is.
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I was trying to be sincere. Well, in any event, thank you for a wonderful diversion from my usual work.
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
Does she hate me now?
I have 3 projects that are backburnered right now because no one has time to help.
Doesn't seem like she really cares. Well, okay, as I say, that is going to have to be it for today because it is way too bloody hot. I need to go and get some food and probably a shower in a freezer or something, I don't know. Okay, let's just head on up and we will call it a day. But yeah, I mean, that's it. As I said, I figured today was going to be mostly running around New Atlantis. Hopefully most of the technical issues are sorted. As I said, really not sure why the first line of a conversation is always so screwy. It literally is the first line of every conversation that's just doesn't work right, and I don't know why. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.